The Salvation Army has been doing great work in communities all across America, including right here in Tampa Bay for more than a century now. And we want to tell you about the Adult Rehabilitation Center, one which just opened up for women just a few months ago. And our guests are Jamie Stevenson. You have benefited from this program. And then Kisha Choice is the program director with the Salvation Army. Thank you both for coming and talking about the Adult Rehabilitation Centers.
You're very welcome.
So what exactly is it? I know that for the men, this is something that has gone on for decades in Tampa. But tell us about the program, what it's for, who it's for, what it does.
Okay, well, the women's program is an excellent program that gives women the opportunity to really gain some life skills. Women who are battling with many life-altering situations like substance abuse, domestic violence, homelessness. So we really have created a well-rounded program that really gives them the opportunity to address all the things that they need to address so that they can reintegrate into society.
All right, and Jamie, you are benefiting from it right now. And
absolutely.
You've been involved for 6 months, I believe you said it was. And what brought you to the Salvation Army?
What brought me to the Salvation Army was I was at the end, I actually had just got out of jail. I was supposed to go to prison and I didn't, so I got 4 years of probation and I decided that I didn't want to be actively in my addiction anymore. So I reached out, I was trying to find a place to go to, and the Salvation Army had just opened the Women's Center. We're about to open it, and I got on the list and I got in.
So when you're facing going to prison and you have addiction in your life, do you feel like, okay, I've come to a spot where I didn't have to go to prison, I've been given a second chance, I want to make the most of it. Take it from there. So you go into the program, and what has been happening for you the last 6 months?
The last 6 months when I came in, I was completely broken. You know, I didn't really have hope of what I was gonna do. I never had like a purpose in my life. Now at this point, I've been able to let go of an abusive relationship, create new healthy ones, and also the ones that I had prior, like with my family, have been restored. And I know that I have a hope for a future better than what I've ever thought I could have. So
wonderful, wonderful, good to hear it. And how does that happen? How does that accomplished? What does the program do for women and men?
Wow, well, the program, it gives them a strong spiritual component first and foremost. So we, we introduce them to, in many cases, to their higher power. Which is many times, in many cases, their first opportunity at developing a relationship with God. We give them, groups that focus on, resolving domestic violence issues, how to set healthy boundaries. We have NA and AA groups that come into the program. We teach them about, principles like acceptance, integrity. We address trauma, just many, anything, almost anything that they could need to go out and live a healthy life. We pretty much take care of that for them.
And not only are you the director, you're also a counselor in these programs.
Absolutely. So not only do I oversee the programs, but I also get a chance to work one-on-one with, so I happen to be Jamie's counselor, which is a wonderful thing, and we love it.
Jamie, how have you changed? I mean, you talked about restoring your relationships and the addiction counseling, and but how has your integrity and your self-worth and the things that Kisha just talked about, how have you felt that change in the past 6 months?
Really, when I came into the program, I didn't feel like I was deserving of really anything, any kind of love, not only deserving of it, but to give it back. Now today, I'm so much more selfless, and what I want to do with my life is just to serve. That's all I want to do, to help others that have been in the same position that I'm in, and so that they can have a better hope for tomorrow, so that they don't have to die, so they can live. That's the reality of it.
Go to prison. And you talked about it, I want to come back and serve the way that you have been served. And in fact, you do see a lot of people who go through the program who come back and work for the Salvation Army in some capacity.
Absolutely. That's one of the strong components of our program. We understand that a lot of the beneficiaries who benefit from our program may have background challenges. And so we have made it a habit, really, of employing some of those individuals, and that's really one of the strong components of our, of our program, and we're very proud of that.
And you live together with all the women in the group. You stay there for the full year, correct? Is that?
You can stay for, for me, I have been there for almost 6 months. I'll graduate the first phase June 5th.
Okay.
And then there are 2 more phases after that. But currently I'll be in phase 2 shortly. I plan to stay.
Okay.
So.
And phase 2 would be, what would be next through that?
Well, phase 2 gives them the opportunity to start focusing on things that they need to address, like life management skills, to get them ready to transition out into the world. We will look at things like getting their resume in order, their credit, really helping them to understand what it means to live a clean and sober life, and enjoy life at that as well.
Do you fear that once you've graduated from the program that you'll backtrack? Is that a fear for you, or do you feel confident that that's passed?
No. Today I don't have fear like I did before. All I did was live in fear every single day, even though it seemed through my actions that I was fearless, I was full of it. And so now I don't have anything to fear, because I know, given the tools that I've been given and working the program and 12 steps, and most importantly, having God as the number one aspect of my life, I'm going to be okay, and I don't have anything to fear. So no.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing, Jamie. Now, how are these programs supported? I know we have the stores, the Salvation Army stores.
Yes, absolutely. So we are 100% supported through donations, so we don't receive any state or federal funding. So every time someone donates a vehicle or shops at one of our stores or decides to make a donation through our 1-800 SA trucks, they are supporting programs like this, which allows us to support them in every aspect.
And what drives you to stay on? What is to help folks? What is the main takeaway for you?
I know.
Kisha?
I mean, to be able to witness firsthand the miracles that have a chance to take place every day, I mean, it's nothing short of amazing.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that you shared your story, and that there are folks like yourself, Kisha, at Salvation Army, who are helping people. And remember, when you send those donations, here is what it goes to actually help lives and folks to have jobs afterward and such. So, Jamie and Kisha, thank you both for sharing. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.